Hi and welcome to the Bruce Channel. I'm Bruce and Hanukkah began last night, so happy Hanukkah, if apropos. And it's Christmas, so if you're Christian, Merry Christmas. Unless you're Christian in the UK, then I think it's Happy Christmas. Well, either way, I hope your Christmas is swell. And then tomorrow, beginning tomorrow that is, Kwanzaa. And that lasts all week, so if you celebrate Kwanzaa, then may a happy Kwanzaa season be yours. All right. And if you're none of those, even if you're a non-believer, I know we can all agree that the spirit of the season, goodwill toward all mankind, is indeed something we can all celebrate. All right. So, of course, there were news events this week, some of them anything but peaceful, anything but joyful. And we're not going there today at all. Instead, we're just going to try and stay in the spirit of joy and peace. Oh, first, you may have heard, Carrie Fisher from Star Wars was hospitalized, and as of my cutoff time, she's in intensive care. It's really strange because I just heard her interview, a week or two ago about her book. And she's not that old. And I hope she survives, and fully recovers. But it does serve to remind that tomorrow is promised to no one. And then that leads me to this, because I hadn't thought about it much. But in the back of my mind, I knew he was getting on. Who be he? Sean Connery is 86. And I can think of few who have provided as many minutes of pure enjoyment, whether, as James Bond or in The Untouchables or the Soviet submarine captain. But he's 86. I'm going to write him and thank him for his work, for providing me with a virtual lifetime of pleasant time. And if you'd like to do the same, here's where you write. Sean Connery, or perhaps Sir Thomas Sean Connery, or maybe leave out the Thomas. Sir Sean Connery is knighted. Anyway, take your pick. Creative Artists Agency, 2000 Avenue of the Stars, Los Angeles, California, 90067. And if you're abroad or somewhere else, then put on USA. Okay, here's a quickie. As you may know, most of my life I was a dog person, and Katie is my half Aussie. But last summer, Calico joined the family, and I knew nothing about cats. But I have learned that cats are a hoot. Cats are fearless. Katie is 3, maybe 4 times larger than Calico, but Katie is the one who sidesteps. Sometimes when Katie and I are coming inside, when I open the door, Calico is there with gives her a quick slap. And I've learned that cats are contortionists. Here's Calico sitting in a chair. Her body is actually facing the seat back. Her rear feet are on the seat back, but she's looking directly behind her at the dog. Wow. Hey, let me tell you about my book, Shrink. Or wait, I can let others do it. Welcome back. Remember, you can write to us at the Bruce Channel at yahoo.com, and you can also watch all of our previous shows at either tinyurl.com/Bruce Channel or at our Facebook page. All right. So we're not a restaurant, so I'm not the maitre d', I'm not the sommelier. If we were on a cruise ship, maybe I'd be the activities director, but we're not on a cruise ship. Instead today, more of tour guide. So, last week I showed you Jingle Bells, which was taken from my CD, A Midnight Clear. Also from my Christmas CD, the titular song. I hope you like it. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that. Next up, here where I live, there's a man in town who has a very strange tale to tell. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mamma in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see just what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new-fallen snow gave a luster of midday to the objects below. When what to my wondering eyes did appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donder and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away all. As leaves that before the wild hurricane fly when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came in a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled. His dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses. His nose, like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held in his teeth, and the smoke, it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a round little belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod up the chimney, he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew, like the down from the thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night." Wow, who knew? You know, Netflix's Stranger Things got nothing on that tale. All right, so 2 years ago, I'd mentioned that, although it always would get some play prior to Christmas, Frank Lesser's great song would have about a week as King of the Hill. So 2 years ago, we went to a smoky nightclub. I thought today we could revisit.
Maybe it's just too early in the game. But I thought I'd ask you just the same. What are you doing New Year's? New Year's Eve. Wonder whose arms will hold you good and tight when it's exactly 12 o'clock that night, welcoming the new year. New Year's Eve. Maybe I'm crazy to suppose I'd be the one you ever chose. out of the 1,000 invitations you receive. Ah, but in case I stand a little chance, here comes the jackpot question in advance. What are you doing New Year's Eve? 4 days of old lang syne.
And that's about it for this episode. When we next convene in 2016, we'll be gone. Good riddance. Indeed, and the big college bowl games will have been played. So, go Bucks. Happy Hanukkah. Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa. May your days be merry and bright, and may your upcoming week be the best one you've ever had.